Blood fever coming at ya.
Subscribe to Papa's YouTube channel.
We're out.
All right, folks, good morning. What we have here is another test. We saw that the chapstick in the first test did really good, but we only done 25 rounds. Then when we did 50, last couple groups fell apart. And my idea behind that is that the chapstick is just too thick. It's a very thick lubricant. So what I've done is I've taken this chapstick and taken mineral oil, 3 parts chapstick, 1 part mineral oil, and there's a little bit of it there in the spoon. It makes it melt at a lower temperature. So I have the lube ammo in this box. I have unlubed set up over there, 5 10-round magazines. Got the chronograph in place, got the target set down there at 50 yards. It is raining today. Right now it's not raining much. I'm going to try to get this done before the rain gets crazy. I don't want my chronograph to get ruined. It's just out under the edge of the roof there. So I've got my iPad over there today, so I'm not looking over the top of the rifle, and it's back under the roof. You can see the wet line there. That way I'll keep from getting it wet. Normally I have it out there where the sidewalk is. So let me get this going, get that camera started down there, and we'll get this going, see how it works. Blood fever, be right back. All right, folks, I'm going to show you later on. I'm going to make a video. I'm going to show you how to weight sort this ammo. I'm going to show you how to mix up this lube, and I'm going to show you how to apply it. And I'll give you all the information you need to be able to do this yourself. Got a few more tests to do, but I think we're probably going to finalize on this one. So just watch the video. Let me know what you think. Folks, I decided to put the iPad back over on that side. I got thinking about editing and stuff, and it wouldn't have worked out right. So let's get this thing going. It is humid out here this morning. To be late September, I can't believe how humid it is. It's very humid. It's just miserable. So let's get this started. I got it down there. I got the chronograph going. I hope it registers. It's awful cloudy this morning. I don't have the light diffusers on it, so let's pull this first one and see if it's going to record. Yeah, it recorded. And that was way low. We'll do this first group, and if we need to bring it up, we will. That was a cold bore. Well, vertical stringing. Make sure that things aren't twisted here. I think that was 10. That was 10. All right. Yeah, we're going to leave the scope where it's at. Move over. Second group. All right, we recorded 20 so far. So chronograph is working. Group number 3. A lot of people ask me about my shooting technique. I'm going to make a video on that. Why I let the rifle recoil back and how I don't put my cheek on the stock and I push the rifle back in the same spot every time. This technique only works if you got your rifle weighed down and heavy. If you got a light rifle, it won't work. Just making sure the chronograph is hanging in there. All right. We'll get these last 2 groups down there, and then we'll halt the video for a minute, and we'll put the lube bullets in there. Chapstick and mineral oil combined. And it might take a while for me to get the right combination, but as I was lubing these bullets last night, I noticed it was much slicker and thinner than the regular chapstick by itself. Well, there was another flyer. This stuff is full of flyers, that's for sure. All right, folks. One more group, and we'll load up our lube stuff and see how it does. Get these last 10 down there. And I have got to find some more CCI standard velocity. I've barely got enough to run another test or 2. So we might have to take a break and do a little something different till I get some. First of the month I can order again. I can only order every 4 months. I think I feel a little wind picking up. It's supposed to rain all day. But when I get out here early, it seems like I get a hold of it. All right, that was 50. Our average velocity was 1085.4, standard deviation of 23. Minimum of 1034, max 1185, and the spread is 151. So folks, the sun-sorted ammo is just, you never know what you're going to get. So let me stop the video here. Let me reload these magazines with the lube stuff, and we will be right back. And we'll get going again. This Lead Fever will be right back. All right, folks, we're back. I've got everything set up, and I want to say a little something about this lube. This is way different than just a regular chapstick by itself. I didn't think it would be this much different. This actually feels like the SK and Lubed ammo when I load it now. It's very, very slippery. And I will also say our last test where the chapstick failed, I checked my chamber to clean it, and it was filthy. So that real thick chapstick was getting the chamber carboned up really fast, and the barrel was getting gummed up. So let's try this lube stuff and see if we get any benefit out of it today. First group. Yeah, it's sticking in there like the SK2. All right, that don't look too awful bad. That's our first 10. Just have to remember to work that bolt back a little bit harder. All right, second group. All right, that's 10. So far it's looking okay. Let's just hope it keeps it up. I can tell you what, I'm sweating like a hog out here. It is humid. All right, third group. Now, I don't know if y'all have noticed or not, but I try not to talk as much when I'm shooting. It messes me up because I'm not breathing correctly. I pulled that one. I pulled that one. All right, that's looking decent. Looking pretty decent. Let's move over to the fourth group. Uh-oh. This should be the last one, and I hope I didn't mess that up by moving. All right, folks. Let's get this last group down there. I can say one thing about this CCI standard velocity. The rim thickness on it is very consistent, but the weight, the overall length is fairly consistent, but the weight is all over the place. Let's get this last group down there. All right, folks. You all see it right there yourself. After the lube got in the barrel, it tightened way up. I think we found a winner right there. But we've got another test to do if the rain holds off. So what we got right here, I think if we remember that other standard deviation was like 21 something. Right now our average velocity is 1082.5. Standard deviation of 13.6, minimum speed of 1057, maximum of 1114, and the extreme spread of 57. Once we get them all together on here, we'll be able to compare them. So let me stop this camera, go down there and get our target, bring it up here and measure it, and let's see what we got. This lead fever will be right back. Alrighty, folks, we got the target. We got him measured up here. And first, let's look at the unlubed, unsorted chronograph data. Average velocity was 1085.4. The standard deviation was 23, which was extremely high. I think it's because of the humidity out here today, and it's warm. It's in the 70s already. Extreme spread, 151. Look down there at the bottom, average 1082.5. The velocity is about the same, but the standard deviation is half, 13.6, and the extreme spread is less than half. So if we look at our numbers up here, 0.7, 0.68, 0.58, 0.62, 0.63, that's a little bigger groups, and 10 round groups than what this gun normally shoots, but I think it's the weather out here. Extremely humid, and the barometric pressure is high because of the storm. So we got a 0.642 inch average out of those. That's the unlubed, unsorted. For the lubed and sorted using mineral oil and chapstick, we got a 0.40, a 0.36, a 0.30, a 0.25, a 0.32, for a total of 0.326. So basically from a 0.642 to a 0.326, we effectively cut our group sizes in half. And I think this is repeatable. I don't think this was just an anomaly, because I've already shown with the other sorted ammo and different lubes that it is effective. Sorting through your ammo, finding the average weight group, using it, and lubing it with a lube that this bullet likes, other than the very thin coat of wax they put on it. And I'm pretty sure it's paraffin. It looks just like paraffin to me. It does a lot better. So we are using the Tikka T1X again. And I've got another test for you. If it don't start raining on me here, I'm going to do the Lee's Liquid A-Locks again. So this is lead fever, and folks, I think that speaks for itself. We all thought the chapstick had promise. It just needs to be thinned down. 3 parts chapstick, 1 part mineral oil. Melt the chapstick in a glass dish in the microwave. Add the mineral oil to it and whisk it together with a fork. Let it harden back up. Apply it to the bullets. It's lead fever. We are out.